Welcome to Bible 7 Clue Down. Basically, I give you 7 clues. Ideally, you're in 2 teams, and it's the first to guess which book of the Bible it is. So the first clue that I read is 7, and we go down to 1. So let's play Bible 7 down. Number 7. I am one of the smallest New Testament books. Number 6. I have a church meeting at my house. Number 5. Paul wrote my letter to me. Number 4. I have a wife. Number 3. I have a son. Number 2. I have no chapters. And number 1. My servant Onesimus ran away. So, which team of you two got the answer? The answer is Philemon. Next one. Number 7. My book is attributed to Solomon. Number 6. I am an Old Testament book. Number 5. I have 31 chapters. Number 4. I describe the character of a noble girl. Number 3. I speak of wisdom. Number 2. I contain many sayings. And number 1. I warn against seduction from adulterers. How you doing, teams? The answer is Proverbs. Number 7. I am an Old Testament book. Number 6. My book has 21 chapters. Number 5. Many believe Samuel wrote this book. Number 4. My book tells of the 12 judges of Israel. Number 3. My book tells about Samson and Delilah. Number 2. My book reveals the courage of Deborah taking a leading role. Number 1. In the time of this book, there were no kings. How you doing, teams? The answer is Judges. Number 7. Traditionally, Moses wrote me. Number 6. My book shows destructive power of grumbling. Number 5. My book reveals Korah's rebellion. Number 4. In my book there is a talking donkey. Number 3. My name means statistics. Number 2. I detail the numbers in each tribe. Number 1. I am the 4th Old Testament book in traditional English Bible. How you doing, teams? The answer is Numbers. Number 7. I am an Old Testament book. I am one of the 12 minor prophets. I have no chapters. Number 4. I am placed after Amos in English Bible. Number 3. My book pronounces judgment on the Edomites for supporting an attack on Jerusalem. Number 2. I look forward to a final time of blessing. Number 1. I am the smallest book in the Old Testament. How you doing, teams? The answer is Obadiah. Number 7. I am the last book in the traditional English Old Testament. Number 6. My book is written between 465 BC and 430 BC. Number 5. I have 4 chapters. Number 4. My name means messenger. Number 3, I say bring your whole tithe into the storehouse. Number 2, I am known for saying God hates divorce. And number 1, I prophesy the coming of John the Baptist. How you doing, teams? The answer is Malachi. Number 7, I was written during the exile. Number 6, I am an Old Testament book. Number 5, I have 10 chapters. Number 4, God is not mentioned in my book. Number 3, my author is unknown. Some believe it was Mordecai. Number 2, my name is a woman's name. Number 1, I detail story of Jewish orphan who becomes a queen. How you doing, teams? The answer is Esther. Number 7, I am an Old Testament book. Number 6, I prophesy the ruin of the homeland and destruction of great temple. Number 5, I also proclaim hope for after the exile. Number 4, I am often known for prophesying flesh to dry bones. Number 3, I contain prophecy of future events. Number 2, my book dates between 593 BC and 571 BC. Number 1, Ezekiel is the author of this book. How you doing, teams? The answer is Ezekiel. Number 7, I was written about AD 55. Number 6, I have 16 chapters. Number 5, Paul was my author. Number 4, I talk about God's plan for Israel. Number 3, I am known for explaining that nothing can separate us from the love of God. Number 2, I teach that creation shows evidence of God's existence. And number 1, my opening and closing greetings are exceptionally long. How are we doing, teams? The answer is Romans. Number 7, my gospel has 21 chapters. Number 6, my gospel was fourth to be written. Number 5, I do not have the transfiguration in my gospel. Number 4, I focus on what Jesus did in the South. Number 3, I have 7 I ams in my gospel, such as I am the bread of life. Number 2, I mention the first meeting of Jesus with Nathanael. And number 1, I mention the woman at the well. How's it going, teams? The answer is John. Number 7, I am a New Testament book. Number 6, the Apostle Paul wrote me. Number 5, most date the letter after AD 64. Number 4, my letter gives guidance for overseers and deacons. Number 3, I quote the well-known phrase, "For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil." Number 2, my first letter has 6 chapters. Number 1, in the traditional English Bible, I come after 2 Thessalonians. What book am I, teams? It's 1 Timothy. Number 7, my book is one of the Synoptic Gospels. Number 6, my style is for unbelievers. Number 5, I am not one of the apostolic band. Number 4, I wrote the first and shortest gospel. Number 3, I have 16 chapters in my gospel. Number 2, Barnabas was my cousin. Number 1, some manuscripts do not have the last 12 verses. How are we doing, teams? The answer is Mark. Number 7, I am an Old Testament book. Number 6, I have 52 chapters. Number 5, I prophesy warning of the coming exile. Number 4, my 40-year ministry spanned the final days of Judah's existence independently. Number 3, I am often called the weeping prophet. Number 2, I am placed after Isaiah in the Bible. And number 1, I also wrote Lamentations. How are we doing, teams? The answer is Jeremiah. Number 7, I am an Old Testament book. Number 6, I contain many prophecies about Messiah. Number 5, the New Testament quotes from me at least 50 times. Number 4, I have 66 chapters. Number 3, I am well known for chapter 53, where he was pierced for our sins. Number 2, I prophesy that King Cyrus brings back the Jews to Israel. And number 1, it is believed that Isaiah wrote me. How are you doing, teams? The answer is Isaiah. Number 7, I wrote one of the smallest New Testament books. Number 6, I refer to the Archangel Michael in my book. Number 5, I have no chapters in my book. Number 4, I was the second youngest brother of Jesus. Number 3, I warn against turning to ways of Cain, Balaam and Korah of the Old Testament. Number 2, I urge believers to keep themselves in God's love. And number 1, I quote, to snatch others from the flames. How you doing, teams? The answer is Jude. Number 7, I am an Old Testament book. Number 6, I am one of the 12 minor prophets. Number 5, I am famous for saying that even when suffering is around, though the fig tree does not bud, yet I will rejoice in the Lord. I will praise and delight in God. Number 4, I have 3 chapters. Number 3, my name means someone who embraces. Number 2, I prophesied around 600 BC. Number 1, Habakkuk is my author. How are we doing, teams? The answer is Habakkuk. Number 7, I am a New Testament letter. Number 6, I am signed from Paul, Silas and Timothy. Number 5, I am the second of 2 letters. Number 4, I have 3 chapters. Number 3, I talk about the man of lawlessness. Number 2, I am placed before 1 Timothy. And number 1, Paul quotes that he worked night and day so as not to be a burden to the people. How you doing, teams? The answer is 2 Thessalonians. I am an Old Testament book. Number 6, I am one of the 12 minor prophets. Number 5, I am placed after Jonah in the English Bible. Number 4, I am around during reigns of Jotham, Ahaz and Hezekiah, 742 to 687 BC. Number 3, I have 7 chapters. Number 2, I prophesy seeing the mountain of God's temple established in the last days. And number 1, I rebuke prophets and leaders. How's it going, teams? The answer is Micah. Number 7, I am an Old Testament book. Number 6, I am the first of 2 books. Number 5, I begin with historical records from Adam to Abraham. Number 4, I parallel stories with kings. Number 3, I detail David becoming king of Israel. Number 2, my book ends with the death of David. And number 1, I am placed after 2 kings in the traditional English Bible. How's it going, teams? It's 1 Chronicles. Number 7, Paul wrote me while he was in prison in Rome, sent AD 62/63. Number 6, I have 4 chapters. Number 5, I talk about putting to death the earthly nature. Number 4, I talk about clothing yourself with compassion, kindness and humility. Number 3, I talk about rules for family. Number 2, I am placed after Philippians. Number 1, I teach that we have fullness in Christ. How's it going, teams? The answer is Colossians. Number 7, my name is on 3 letters. Number 6, I am in the New Testament. Number 5, I have 5 chapters in my first letter and no chapters in the other 2. Number 4, I am an apostle. Number 3, my first letter stresses that God is love. Number 2, my second and third are to the elder. And number 1, I also wrote a gospel and the last book of the New Testament. How's it going, teams? The answer is John's letters. Number 7, traditionally Moses wrote me. Number 6, I describe how the Jewish slaves escaped Egypt by miraculous ways. Number 5, I contain the 10 Commandments. Number 4, my book's name means going out. Number 3, God saved a baby boy in the River Nile. Number 2, I'm the second book in the Old Testament. And number 1, God met with the Israelites at Mount Sinai. How's it going, teams? The answer is Exodus. Number 7, my book takes place in the days when Israel had judges. Number 6, many believe Samuel wrote me. Number 5, I have 4 chapters. Number 4, I am an Old Testament book. Number 3, I describe a love story of 2 individuals who get married. Number 2, the main character was a Moabite. And number 1, I am the great-grandmother of David. How's it going, teams? The answer is Ruth. Number 7, I am a New Testament book. Number 6, I was the half-brother of Jesus. Number 5, I focus on taming the tongue. Number 4, I entered eternity with the Lord in AD 62. Number 3, I emphasize that your faith can be recognized by what you do. Number 2, Martin Luther put me in the appendix of his Bible version. And number 1, I wrote to the 12 tribes scattered. How's it going, teams? The answer is James. Right. Number 7, I am an Old Testament book. Number 6, Solomon is my author. Number 5, I am a poetic book. Number 4, I have 8 chapters. Number 3, my book dates between 970 and 930 BC. Number 2, God is not mentioned once in my book. And number 1, my book tells of strong emotions behind a love story. How's it going, teams? The answer is Song of Songs or Song of Solomon. Number 7, traditionally Moses wrote me. Number 6, in my book is the story of Abraham. Number 5, I describe Joseph and his 11 brothers. Number 4, in my book is the story of Noah's Ark. Number 3, my name means beginnings. Number 2, I detail the story of creation. And number 1, I am the first book of the Old Testament. How's it going, teams? The answer is Genesis. Number 7, I am an Old Testament book. Number 6, Jewish tradition believes Jeremiah wrote me. Number 5, my book was written after the destruction of Jerusalem. Number 4, I have 5 chapters. Number 3, my book is composed of 5 poems. Number 2, I am placed before Ezekiel. And number 1, I am called the Dirge for Lost Jerusalem. And how's it going, teams? The answer is Lamentations. Number 7, my name means God is my judge. Number 6, I'm an Old Testament book. Number 5, my book is set in Babylon. Number 4, my book predicts different empires to come. Number 3, my book tells about many end-time events. Number 2, I detail God's miraculous saving from fire with Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego. And number 1, God closes the mouth of lions. How's it going, teams? The answer is Daniel. Number 7, I am an Old Testament book. Number 6, I am known as one of the 12 minor prophets. Number 5, I lived in Israel, the northern kingdom. Number 4, I lived during the exile. Number 3, I marry an adulterous wife. Number 2, I mirror God's relationship with Israel. And number 1, I am placed before Joel in the traditional English Bible. How's it going, teams? The answer is Hosea. Number 7, I am an Old Testament book. Number 6, I am known as one of the 12 minor prophets. Number 5, I mention the coming of locusts. Number 4, I am famous for prophesying the pouring out of God's Spirit on both men and women. Number 3, I have 3 chapters. Number 2, I come after Hosea in English Bible. Number 1, I am famous for saying the sun will turn dark and the moon will turn to blood. How's it going, teams? You've got it. It's Joel. I am an Old Testament book. Number 6, I am one of the 12 minor prophets. Number 5, I lived during the reign of Jeroboam II of Israel. Number 4, I have 9 chapters. Number 3, I am placed after Joel in the English Bible. Number 2, I was a shepherd. And number 1, I prophesied judgment on the surrounding nations. How's it going, teams? You've got it. It's Amos. Number 7, I am an Old Testament book. Number 6, I am the second of 2 books. Number 5, I begin telling how Solomon asks God for wisdom. Number 4, I write about the building of the temple. Number 3, I end quoting Cyrus, king of Persia. Number 2, I parallel stories with kings. And number 1, I am placed before Ezra in the traditional English Bible. You've got it, teams. Who got it first? It's 2 Chronicles. Number 7, I am an Old Testament book. Number 6, I have 13 chapters. Number 5, my book is dated about 444 BC. Number 4, I detail the 3rd group returning from exile in Babylon. Number 3, most believe Ezra wrote this book, others Nehemiah. Number 2, I detail the rebuilding of the walls of Jerusalem. And number 1, I was servant to the king of Persia. How's it going, teams? You've got it. It's Nehemiah. Number 7, in my book, Elijah gets taken up to heaven. Number 6, I am an Old Testament book. Number 5, I am the second of 2 books. Number 4, Nahum is cured of leprosy in my book. Number 3, wicked Jezebel is killed in my book. Number 2, my book ends with the fall of Jerusalem. And number 1, I describe the character of kings. How's it going, teams? The answer is 2 or 2nd Kings. Number 7, my book is believed to be one of the earliest to be written. Number 6, I have 42 chapters. Number 5, I am an Old Testament book. Number 4, many believe my book describes the dinosaurs. Number 3, my book describes a man's perseverance amidst trials and suffering. Number 2, my book shows the misery of bad counselors. And number 1, Satan challenges the man's loyalty to God. How's it going, teams? The answer is Job. Not Job, Job. Number 7, I am an Old Testament book. Number 6, I have many authors, 49 of which are anonymous. Number 5, my book is made up of 5 books. Number 4, David wrote half of me. Number 3, I contain many prayers and songs. Number 2, I show how it is important to express our emotions to God. Number 1, I contain many prophecies concerning the Messiah. Who got it first, teams? It's Psalms. Number 7, I am an Old Testament book. Number 6, I am one of the 12 minor prophets. Number 5, I have 3 chapters. Number 4, I am a descendant of King Hezekiah. Number 3, I live and prophesy and reign of Josiah. Number 2, my message is about a last day of judgment. Number 1, I am placed after Habakkuk in the English Bible. Who got it first, teams? It's Zephaniah. Number 7, I am an Old Testament book. Number 6, I am one of the 12 minor prophets. Number 5, I am a contemporary of Haggai. Number 4, I look into the distant future. Number 3, I have 14 chapters. Number 2, I am known for my 4 horsemen. And number 1, I am famous for saying, they will look on me, the one they have pierced. How's it going, teams? The answer is Zechariah. Number 7, I am an Old Testament book. Number 6, Solomon wrote me at the end of his rule. Number 5, I have 12 chapters. Number 4, my theme is that everything is meaningless. Number 3, I am often quoted for saying that there is a time for everything. Number 2, many believe this book was written after my wives led me astray. Number 1, I am placed before Proverbs. Who got it first, teams? The answer is Ecclesiastes. Number 7, my book covers 1 month period of the Israelite travelling and adventures. Number 6, my book can feel like you are reading a telephone directory. Number 5, I have clear rules about rituals. Number 4, my book details the tabernacle. Number 3, my book's name means Levites. Number 2, traditionally Moses wrote me. And number 1, I am the 3rd Old Testament book in a traditional English Bible. Who got there first, teams? The answer's Leviticus. Number 7, I am a New Testament book. Number 6, Paul is my author, AD 65/66. Number 5, I have 3 chapters. Number 4, I am known for saying, Cretans are always liars. Number 3, I am also famous for teaching that it's God's grace that teaches us to say no to ungodliness. Number 2, I describe the qualifications of elders. And number 1, I am placed after 2 Timothy in the Bible. Which one got it first, team? The answer is Titus. Number 7, my book was written AD 66-67. Number 6, my author was Luke, the physician. Number 5, I describe the day of Pentecost. Number 4, I write about the early church after Jesus' crucifixion. Number 3, I detail Paul's imprisonment in Rome. Number 2, I have 28 chapters. Number 1, I detail Paul's shipwreck. Which one got it first, teams? It's Acts. Number 7, my gospel begins with a genealogy. Number 6, I am one of the synoptic gospels. Number 5, my gospel was third to be written. Number 4, my style is aimed at Jewish readers. Number 3, I have 28 chapters. Number 2, my author was an apostle. Number 1, my author was a tax collector. Which team got it first? The answer is Matthew. Number 7, I am an Old Testament book. Number 6, I am one of the 12 minor prophets. Number 5, I went to challenge Nineveh in 620 BC that God would punish them. Number 4, my prophecy came true. And Nineveh fell in 612 BC. 5 years later, the empire disappeared. Number 3, I came from Capernaum village. Number 2, I have 3 chapters. Number 1, Nahum is the author of this book. Who got it first, teams? The answer being Nahum. Number 7, I wrote one of the synoptic gospels. Number 6, my gospel was second to be written. Number 5, I contain the parable of the prodigal son. Number 4, I wrote about the rich man and Lazarus concerning the afterlife. Number 3, my book has 24 chapters. Number 2, I was a Gentile author. And number 1, I'm a doctor by trade. Which team got it first? The answer is Luke. Number 7, I am a New Testament book. Number 6, Paul was in his first imprisonment when he wrote me. Number 5, my church started around AD 52. Number 4, this book has 4 chapters. Number 3, Epaphroditus is mentioned in my book. Number 2, a talker giving anxiety over to God. Number 1, this book refers to Jesus as being in very nature God. Which team got it first? It's Philippians. Number 7, I am a New Testament book. Number 6, my author is Paul. Number 5, my letter was written from Rome AD 62-63. Number 4, I have 6 chapters. Number 3, I am known for chapter 6, where I describe the armour of God. Number 2, I also am known for my speech on husbands and wives. And number 1, I am placed after Galatians in the Bible. Which team got there first? The answer is Ephesians. Number 7, I am an Old Testament book. Number 6, I tell of the last judge and first king. Number 5, I am the first of 2 books. Number 4, I have 31 chapters. Number 3, my book describes David and Goliath. Number 2, my book ends with Saul taking his life. And number 1, I am placed after Ruth in the traditional English Bible. Which one of you teams got it first? The answer is 1 Samuel. Number 7, my author is unknown, but an eyewitness. Number 6, I tell of entering the promised land. Number 5, I mention fall of the walls of Jericho. Number 4, I show the faith of Rahab the prostitute. Number 3, 12 stones remind of the river that dried up during a miracle in my book. Number 2, my book covers the life of Joshua from age 80 to 120 years. Number 1, I am the 6th book of the traditional English Old Testament Bible. Which team got it first? The answer is Joshua. Number 7, I am the 2nd of 2 letters. Number 6, I am a New Testament book. Number 5, I am famous for saying the Lord is not slow. He is patient with you, not wanting anyone to perish, but come. Number 4, I have 3 chapters. Number 3, my letter lists things to add to faith. Number 2, I point out Paul's letters can be hard to understand, but are scripture. And number 1, I am placed before 1 John in the Bible. Which one of you teams got it first? The answer is 2 Peter. Number 7, I have 13 chapters. Number 6, I am in the New Testament. Number 5, I was written between AD 55 and AD 70. Number 4, I remind us of faith demonstrated through heroes of the past. Number 3, I talk about the importance of meeting with other believers. Number 2, I wrote to Jewish believers. And number 1, it is not known who wrote me. Which one of you teams got the answer first? It is Hebrews. Number 7, I am an Old Testament book. Number 6, I am one of the 12 minor prophets. Number 5, Jesus refers to me in the Gospels. Number 4, my book was written about 760 BC. Number 3, I was called to challenge Assyria, its capital being Nineveh. Number 2, I avoided my destination, but was thrown overboard and returned by a large fish. Number 1, Jonah is believed to be my author. So which one of you teams got to the book that's called the answer Jonah? Number 7, I am an Old Testament book. Number 6, I have 10 chapters. Number 5, many believe Ezra wrote me. Number 4, my book was probably completed 430 BC. Number 3, I detail the first and second group returning from exile. Number 2, I describe the rebuilding of the temple. Number 1, I am a scribe by profession. Who got it first, teams? The answer's Ezra. Number 7, traditionally Moses wrote me. Number 6, I mention the 10 Commandments. Number 5, the New Testament has 80 quotes from my book. Number 4, Jesus sums up the law referring to my book in loving the Lord with all your heart. Number 3, my book describes blessings and curses. Number 2, my name means second law. Number 1, I am the 5th book in the traditional Old Testament. So who got it first, teams? The answer is Deuteronomy. Number 7, I am an Old Testament book. Number 6, I am the 2nd of 2 books. Number 5, I parallel with 1 Chronicles. Number 4, I begin where David hears of Saul's death. Number 3, I end where David builds an altar. Number 2, I am named after the last judge. And number 1, I am followed by 1 Kings. The answer, teams, is 2 Samuel. Number 7, I am one of the 12 apostles. Number 6, I was married. Number 5, I was one of the first to be called by Jesus. Number 4, Andrew was my brother. Number 3, I was a fisherman from Bethsaida. Number 2, my second letter was written in AD 67, 3 years after my first letter. This is my first letter I am describing here. And number 1, I was crucified in Rome shortly after my second letter. Which one of you teams got the answer first? The answer is 1 Peter. Number 7, I am a New Testament book. Number 6, I am one of Paul's 13 letters. Number 5, I am known for stressing we are saved by faith rather than observing law. Number 4, I list the fruit of the Spirit in my book. Number 3, I am famous for saying a man reaps what he sows. Number 2, I am placed before Ephesians in the traditional Bible. And number 1, I have 6 chapters. Who got their first teams? The answer is Galatians. Number 7, I am a New Testament book. Number 6, I am the second of 2 letters in the Bible. 5, Paul wrote me. 4, I'm remembered for quotes saying, each man should give what he has decided in his heart to give, not reluctantly. Number 3, I am also famous for Paul's thorn in his side, or in his flesh. Number 2, I have 13 chapters. And number 1, I am placed before Galatians in the traditional English Bible. Which you got their first teams? The answer is 2 Corinthians. Number 7, this book has 22 chapters. Number 6, Calvin omitted this book from his New Testament commentary. Number 5, my book is known as an apocalyptic writing. Number 4, I contain a passage about God not liking lukewarmness. Number 3, I start off with letters addressing 7 churches. Number 2, it says, blessed is the one who reads the words of this prophecy in my book. Number 1, I warn against anyone adding to my words. Which team got there first? The answer is Revelation.